Ladies and gentlemen, I must warn you, I'm in a really good mood for whatever reason, which is strange because we have a giant virus lockdown situation happening across the globe and I'm running low on funds. But I'm in a good mood, even though it's like asteroids are everywhere. And this is absolutely, totally an Asteroid Fight Club meeting. And we are like the superheroes of the real world. And that whatever hand we're dealt with, whatever hand we're dealt, we're going to do the best with what we can. All right. And so I know a lot of people out there are addicted to negativity. And this is not that place, man. Stu Ostro is giving us a bit of distraction from the coronavirus, which is what I'm trying to do, but this is news, so I'm sure it'll come up. Some cells are meteorological, not biological. These are closed cell stratocumulus. And so Saturn finally left Capricorn and went into Aquarius. So the last few or 5 days for me have been like I've been getting shocked at the 1,000 needles. And hopefully I'm back on course. And so making videos for people to consume when they're around is what I do. So hopefully I'll be stepping up my coverage now. But from January 30th to about March 15th, I did nothing but cover the coronavirus and let everybody know you would be on lockdown. Get ready mentally, physically, and spiritually, plus with groceries, water, and stuff. And so, I had to kind of take a little break, although I still made videos. What I'm talking about, comments. I'll be talking about comments a lot because this comment, Y4 Atlas, is probably going to be a big deal. Interesting story. Maybe. We'll see. Comments are pretty touch and go, and usually they just go. But things that help me stay cool in a time where a lot of people seem to be recalibrating their entire belief system. A, I can't stand negativity. B, I have no patience for politics. C, I'm not a control freak. D, I have a good sense of humor, although I guess I'm up for debate. And I have great imagination. Also, God is great, and so I have faith. But 2020 is a roller coaster that mostly seems down. Zach Covey, Sunday night COVID update, the world surpassed 300,000, 35,000, whatever case you can read, right? And is still on target to reach 1 million cases by the second week of April. And from the Army DOD briefing I saw, that is still the best briefing I've watched, they said they expect this to hit its worst peak in the middle of April, which is still a month away. There's a doctor theory that one sign you may have the COVID virus is that you lose your sense of smell. I ate a can of Spam that the wonderful Lynn had sent to me. It was delicious, but afterwards I felt like a salt lick. And then the day after, my farts were bad. So I don't think I'm positive. And I'm sorry for that joke, but it was true. 3M says 500,000 respirators are on their way to New York and Seattle, arriving tomorrow. Andrew Cuomo, who's done a great job the whole time, says we are facing a generation-defining challenge. I agree with that. But America is America because of our ability to overcome adversity and challenges. Together, we will get through this and come out even stronger. And the virus broke out in the middle of China in the middle of January. It really took us a long time to get up to speed as a nation. And so we will probably overtake Italy as far as cases, numbers, and, our population's a lot bigger. But yeah, it's going to get worse before it gets better. As a Sagittarius, relentless optimism is my thing. And it's always been my thing. And, I put together Asteroid Fight Club for moments like this. It has been my guess that this is an uncontrolled virus that was manifested through hate and greed and shows up every time humanity gets off course. And so I'm sticking with that. And I've been saying you'll see a lot of the richest get infected, famous people. Like no one will be spared, I don't think. Like we have update the Chancellor Angela Merkel has entered quarantine after meeting a doctor who tested positive for the coronavirus. Harvey Weinstein, who nobody likes, is tested positive, though I would recommend not wishing ill will on anyone, because what that points to is a bigger symptom that people in jail when it starts spreading to jails, that's a horrible, horrible situation. And if you are looking for some positivity in a time, I highly recommend The Natural. It is on Netflix. It is one of the best movies of all time. It has the best ending of all time. And they discuss the plague in it. And they say the way to beat the plague is by winning. So it's time for us to win. Come up with a better system for everybody for the next 100 to 1,000 years. Bonuses are that, like, my apartment is slowly getting cleaner than it's been. And I've started drawing and coloring again. So I did not make this, but I'm just saying. So it's kind of like you're getting in touch with your inner 7-year-old or 10-year-old or 11-year-old, having to figure out how to just stay home and stay sane. The Selena vibes were really heavy yesterday for whatever reason. In Texas, maybe going into shelter in place soon. I know a lot of people are saying that this is martial law, but I look at it as our military is definitely doing everything they can to support all the makeshift hospitals that are being set up. And as of right now, nobody's in the street roaming with guns, making sure everybody stays inside. That there's no reason to build more fear out of this situation. And it's weird. And so, everybody's got their own beliefs. And people seem to get offended if people have different opinions than they do. Well, I recommend you either not watch me if it offends you, or start your own YouTube channel, man. I've been doing it for 7 years and doing a pretty good job. And I get a lot of stuff right. Someone told me yesterday, so the Blue was like, hey, I'm still waiting for your hurricanes from last season that you predicted. I was like, well, yeah, I've apologized for that many times, but it does look like atmospheric defense is possibly part of Space Force is a real thing, and let us definitely hope so, because hurricane season's only a couple months away. Or who knows, maybe the Prayer Warriors and Selena and I helped kick the crap out of it last year. Okay, so Rand Paul has tested positive for the coronavirus like a week after his dad accused it of being a hoax. So yeah, shit is weird, bro. Dallas has gone into a shelter-in-place scenario. Essential services are being left open: healthcare, government, infrastructure, retail, gas stations, and news media, childcare services, trash recycling, and funeral homes. And that the Senate and House are fighting over a bill to help everyone. I have recommended everybody get like $1,000, $2,000 a month for the 3 months it's going to take us to stay there while supporting all the basic support systems we have. We'll see what happens. And that, like, the people who are trying to really, go negative on this, it's like, as far as I know, we're still allowed to go walking, biking, hiking, running, go outside. I definitely recommend getting out with Mother Nature. It has been rainy or overcast in Houston lately. But so this isn't a place where, like, you have, people standing on the corner with guns making you stay in your house. So, be cool, stay cool, man. I think earthquakes are going to be playing a factor here in the next month or two. So we got to look out for that. The weather will be making a big comeback. I'll be making more just weather videos as well. And I don't know, I could put out a lot of content now that I guess everybody's home. But yeah, it's going to continue to get more 2020. Markets are setting up for another painful day. Stocks hit limit down within minutes, and bond futures are bid up, sending implied yields lower, but not as lower on Friday's cash close. Gold is lower, but the dollar is stronger. Still a lot of uncomfortable trading is brought to us by Lisa Abramowitz. Like I said, the vote failed, but a lot of it is they're having to figure out, can you vote from home since a lot of these people are in quarantine? And if there was something I feared or was concerned, it's that, I haven't put a lot of faith in politicians, and if usually they screw stuff up as opposed to fix it. And right now they're in the position to prevent lawlessness. So yeah, if I had to worry about something, that's it. Shout out to David Hayter, the writer of the X-Men 2 and the Watchmen. He's lucky. He has, the people who have a good lockdown partner are the luckiest people in the world. Here they have beer and a bread maker, so he's lucky. But he's always been lucky. I'm lucky. I'm my pandemic lockdown partner. Oh, yeah. And as always, for the last 4 years, I've depended on your contributions to survive. My cash levels run a little low. If you have some extra cash, you can kick my way through my PayPal or CashApp or Venmo. I would super appreciate it. I'd think I've done a great job. I would definitely like to go to the store 1 or 2 more times in the next week before if any more stricter measures are taken. So I leave the information in my information box. Definitely take care of yourself first, but if somehow you have a little extra, I'd appreciate it. Mike Pence says the U.S. should be caught up on testing backlog by midweek. Let us hope. Dallas County orders the stay at home. I'll probably be talking about astrology more. Yeah, I'm a Christian, but dude, it's a big part of what we're dealing with. So I somehow marry the two. If you have a problem with that, I understand. It was nice knowing you. But Astrological and Leo King have helped. They've given out a lot of great information. And so Saturn going to Aquarius is going to be a big deal. But it's a battle between like the light and the darkness. And so this is when the good people have to stand up for good people. And we're all in this together, and that we are all building our future together. And that's why I don't have any time for people who are like, no, everything's just going to get horrible and we're all going to fail and Satan's going to ride his motorcycle up our naked buttholes. That is not my strategy. That's not how I'm dealing with it. So it's best to just understand what the situations are and do the best with the hand we have been dealt. Thank you, Astrological. And we're all going through it all over the world. So yeah, I recommend trying to find beauty in the world around you. And we're all going to have months to think about how we can make the world and our system better. So don't be assholes, man. Be cool. The apocalypse has arrived in Dubai, and the apocalypse mean the uncovering or unveiling. So yeah, I guess the future's here, and it is what we make it. But I have a belief that April is going to be the toughest month. We're going to have weather. It's the Eris conjunction. It's not the opposition. And so but it'll still bring wild weather. And it'll be during Venus retrograde. And so the combination of those two things are going to bring some tense feelings and some wild weather and some very windy stuff. And Eris is the goddess of discord and hatred, anger, fighting, and all that crap. And so I'm trying to do what I can to stay cool and help y'all stay cool. Last night after my live talk, I ate 2 fried eggs, a can of SpaghettiOs, and an oatmeal cream pie while watching a Christmas episode of Cheers. And I really appreciated all of that. Yeah. May heaven keep Kenny Rogers well. That dude was cool and had the voice of an angel. Yeah, it's weird getting weirder, but we will pull out of it. Humanity's been to the brink thousands of times, and we have saved ourselves every single time. And so try to stay cool. Try to see the positives and know that you help build the future. And I'll be doing more regular updates. If you want to stay with me, I'm very glad to have you. If somehow we part ways because you don't agree with what I'm saying, I wish you the best and I wish harm on no one. I love you guys. Everybody stay cool. And thank you for all your help, love, and support that you've given to me over all the years. Y'all are amazing. God bless everyone.